Sorry. Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to today's live session. I am Deepen Sajani and I am the head of social media here at Dukaan. We apologize for the delay. We had some technical glitches happening here at our end, so we had to delay it. But no worries, we are here and we'll be getting started as soon as possible. And we have received so many entries from all the entrepreneurs who wanted to get their store reviewed from the experts, and our experts here are super excited to review your store. So without further ado, let's begin. But before we begin, I would love to introduce our talented experts from product team, Neil Seth and Parag Mishra. Neil and Parag, can you please go ahead and introduce yourself?
So hi guys, I'm Neil. I take care of product at Dukaan, and this is Parag. He's in our product team as well. We look into on day in day out. We look into the user feedback and requirements, and kind of how we can improve the merchant's experience who are using Dukaan. Right?
Yeah. So hi guys, as Neil introduced, I'm Parag Mishra. I am a product associate here at Dukaan, and our job is primarily to understand your requirements, and based on your requirements, we design the product that you're using at the moment.
Right. So we'll just get started with the store reviews. As we got a lot of registrations, we got around 100 plus requests to review the stores. But as we have a limited bit of time, so we have shortlisted some list of 15 stores, which would kind of cover all kind of different categories and products, which can help all other stores who have submitted their request as well. Right. So I'll just share my screen, and we're going to start with the first store, which is called pebblex.co.in. And Pebblex has requested that they want to increase their customer engagement and convert more orders. Yeah. So right now I'm on the Pebblex store screen. As we see, Pebblex store currently sells small decorative pebbles which can kind of be used in multiple places for home decoration, for your aquariums, or in general interior decoration and more. So what we would suggest Pebblex first of all would be to update all the category images. The first impression I get on the store is that this store might not be currently active, or might not actually be selling, because as soon as I get onto the store, all the category images are empty. Right. So the first advice would be to add category images. Second advice would be that you should add store banners, as features for store banners are available in your theme settings. So you can add at least 3 store banners which should have proper call to action links. So like many people on Dukaan add store banners, but they don't forward that store banner to a particular category or a particular discount section where what they're promoting. So whenever keep in mind, whenever you're adding a store banner, please ensure that you're adding a call to action button to those banners as well. The next set of advice for this store would be, right now as I see, I go to the store, that certain products have multiple images, certain products do not have multiple images. The advice would be to have at least 3 images for every product. Right?
Yeah. And to add on to that, I think it'll be better to have more descriptive product descriptions. Right now, it's a one-line description that we're seeing over here. You could add you could add the use case of your pebbles at the moment. So a quick example, as Neil had specified previously, was, specify where exactly you would use these pebbles. You can use them in a garden. You can use them as decorative pieces. You can use them in your aquarium. Be more creative with the product description. So me as a customer, I have good idea on where exactly I can use these pebbles, right? You want to give the customer every single thing you have. You want to put forward the best version of yourself. So putting in good product descriptions will actually help you out. And to add on to what Neil said, you can actually explore all of our other themes that we have over here. So as of now, you're using the Nirvana theme, and we would suggest you to go for the Oxford theme as well. That really highlights your store in the required manner.
Yep. Additionally, what you can do is that whenever you're adding a description, right? So right now, as a customer, since why do people trust Amazon or Flipkart too much? Is that all things are upfront and available and clear to the customer. So we see that you have a refund policy, you have a terms and condition policy, which is available on the desktop view of your store. But as soon as I go to the mobile view, right? So these things are available either in your menu or the bottom of your page. And if you would see that 90% of your traffic would be coming from mobile devices. So what I would suggest is, when you're adding a description, you have an option to link your description to a particular page. So you add your refund policy, return policy, and you can link them to your refund and return policy pages, so that customer have that upfront information available to them. And one more great thing is that recently we have launched a plugin called attributes, right? So right now I'm not able to kind of filter my store, and I don't have a proper view of items or products. If as a customer I'm seeing a lot of products, right, but I have no view to no way to kind of go to the products very quickly. So this simple plugin is available for everyone. So I will just show you an example. Right, so if you add attributes to your products, so it'll be easier for the customer to navigate what kind of pebbles, what is the size of pebbles. You can add more attributes that's suitable for your indoor, suitable for aquariums, suitable for outdoor settings. So it'll be very easy for the customer to kind of choose and land on a particular product that they want to order.
Yeah.
Right, so that's it for the current pebble store. Moving ahead, we'll go to the second store. Just give us a second.
Bluegrid.com. Go Bluegrid.
Right. The second store that we have selected today is the bluebrigade.com. The bluebrigade.com currently sells accessories for women, which are rings or scrunchies or any more makeup accessories. And even they sell notebooks as well. The first suggestion to this store again would be that you are using banners. That is really good. But these banners lack a CTA. Right now, for example, you're using a banner for accessories. If I click on this, it's not taking me anywhere. So you can add a call to action that if someone is clicking on a banner, it takes them to your accessories category, right? The next suggestion would be since you have by default, structured your menu with all your categories, it would be even better that you make your product hierarchy using the subcategory feature, because many of these products would come under a certain category. So you have rings, earrings, and necklaces, right? So all of them can come under a core category as subcategories. So it'll make easier for the customer to navigate through your store as well.
Right. And again, since you guys are selling scrunchies and rings and earrings, and might I add, it's a very good store by the way. You can add in various other categories like a size chart where you can actually tell the customer what size would be viable, for his or her requirements. And that would be extremely useful because let's say I'm buying a ring of some sorts, and if I do not know my size, you could always specify that, let's say small has a diameter of, let's say, 2 centimeters, or large has, let's say, 10 centimeters, whatever it is at the moment. A size chart will be extremely helpful in your case. And as Neil had specified, again, you can add tabular descriptions. So right now, as you can see in your store, you guys, although your products and your colors are very well specified, you guys are lacking something. You guys are lacking good description, as we had mentioned previously. So specifying what category this would be useful in, how exactly this would be useful for, will give the customer a great idea on what exactly he is buying, right? So adding a good category and description would be extremely useful.
Another thing that can be done is that since you have color variants, right? So we already have an option wherein you can tag your colors to a variant to a particular image. So as soon as the customer clicks on yellow, so the image should automatically move to the yellow colored scrunchie, right? So that option is already available in your dashboard. Under the variants, you can tag a particular image to a particular color. So that it makes your customer experience more seamless. And another very important thing would be that if you see the number of images added on your store, right? Many images are in different dimensions. So if you see this image is in a different ratio, this image is in a different ratio, right? So it would be better that this consistency is maintained across all images. As per themes, whenever you're adding images, there's an image size suggestion available. So it is advised that people use that particular size suggestion and convert your image to that required size suggestion and then upload the image, so that the consistency is there when the user is on your store. It just makes your store look way more professional.
I agree with that. Let's move on to the next topic.
Thanks, Neil and Parag, for doing all the good stores. We have a lot more stores to be reviewed. So I'll share the third store on our list is grocerywala.co.in. Please go ahead and share your feedbacks. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the grocerywala.com, as you can see over here, this is essentially an FMCG store, and he has given in all of his products. So a quick suggestion to this would be add better images. When I, as a customer, I want to go on your store, I want to see something that is attractive. I don't want to see the normal generic images, right? I want something that catches my eye at the moment. Putting in the product images, the generic product images, yes, it gets the job done, but does it actually get the job done? But what do I mean by that is when I see something, I want to be able to buy it. Just seeing the product picture of, let's say, aloo bhujia or Hershey's chocolate powder doesn't get the thought in my head to buy it that instant. So better product images would be one. And secondly, over here, I'd suggest you okay, you've shown in multiple categories over here. You can add in multiple subcategories, right? So over here you have three categories. Let's just take a quick example of vegetables: leafy vegetables, herbs and seasoning, and exotic vegetables. All of these could come under vegetables as one category, and your subcategories could be leafy vegetables, herbs and seasoning, exotics, and various other type of vegetables. So the whole idea behind this is to simplify the user experience, right? You don't want the customer to run around in multiple categories just to find one product. Having the subcategory function allows the customer to just roam around on the same page. Do you want to add to that?
Yeah. And since you are serving in the grocery category, so a better experience for the user, that what we have seen is people still prefer ordering directly to your grocery store or via a call or via WhatsApp. So what you can do is you can add a hello bar on the top of the store with a CTA to text you on WhatsApp, and add a WhatsApp chat bubble support as well, so that people can directly reach out to you. And even if people are placing orders through your WhatsApp or through a call, we have a feature recently launched 2 days ago, which is a create order feature. So you can manually create that person's order and add that customer to your store as well. So that after placing the order, the customer experience becomes seamless. So he placed an order on WhatsApp, you punch that order on your store. And once you're shipping the order, accepting the order, all the notifications are going to the customer. Even if you want to collect an online payment from that customer, you add an order as an online paid order, the customer will just get a payment link. So they don't have to UPI you don't have to share your Paytm screenshot or XYZ to that customer. So that makes the ordering process very seamless. And what it helps in is that all your customer data, people who are ordering from your store, all that data gets added to your Dukaan store. So to create reorders, send customer campaign messages, send them coupons again to order, makes it again way easy for you.
Right, right. And again, another quick suggestion to this would be, since you guys are an FMCG store, most of your customers would be recurrent, right? So sending out mail campaigns, sending out WhatsApp marketing campaigns, running Facebook ads will help you, regenerate the customers and orders that you've already had. And you can create trusted customers. A brand needs trust at the end of the day. And since you guys are clearly doing really well, this would be something that will be helpful on your end as well.
Yeah. All right, we'll just move to the next store now. Right. So from this store, we have kind of received a big requirement, a big list of requirements. So the store owner tells us that you're already selling on Amazon and Flipkart and multiple other places, and you want to kind of build a brand, an independent brand as well. As we see that your store is not currently live and you're kind of building up the store. Uh, here is a bit of advice from our end to you. First of all, what you can do is that currently the banners that you're showing, for example this banner, it should first of all have a CTA which takes you to the product. Second is that we did not find this particular product on your store, so this banner or maybe you're currently adding, we're not very sure about that, so this banner becomes irrelevant to the customer. You're showing certain product which is not available in our store as well, and this is not giving me a hint, and this is the first thing I see on your store. So it does not tell me that this is a toy store, it can be a gadget store as well, right? So that should be very clear to the customer that your banner should match your brand guidelines and the banner should match the products that you're selling, right?
Yeah.
The next thing that would be very important in the toy industry is that you add videos for your products. That would make that would make your products way more informative, because I can see via images that okay, this is a toy, this has multiple pieces to it, but I really don't know how it works, right? So if you can add like a 10-second video of someone playing the game or actually the toy being in a live scenario, so that would make it very interactive and very useful for the user, and it'll make, because in the end it boils down to the choice making ability of the user. The more and accessible information your user has, it makes it easier for them to make that choice, right? And another very important thing is in the toy industry, so right now I don't know that this toy, as in I, obviously on the images it will be visible that how many people can play this, what age this is suitable for. It is made of plastic, made of metal, made of wood, made of silicon, because many times, not many times, most of the times toys are not ordered by kids, right? Toys will be ordered by their parents or guardians. So you should have a specific table, a tabular table with specifications meant for children of age 2 to 6. You best for players 2 to 4. 2 to 4 players can play this game, made out of this particular material, and the relevant hazards to it, that keep away from reach of children. Plastic can be dangerous to children and should not be swallowed and all. Whatever important information is there according to the toy industry guidelines should be present. What country is the origin of this toy? Is it made in India, made in China, right? So that builds a lot more trust in the user while ordering from your website, since this is a very tough industry, right? And people are used to all ordering from Amazon and Flipkart. So the only thing you can do is build that trust from the customer. And we see that you have requests of having a multi-vendor marketplace. A multi-vendor in the sense that you require, uh, as in you have multiple vendors and you want to kind of build an aggregator model. So I would suggest that within this, uh, you know, uh, within this chat, Deepan would send you a email. You can get in touch with us. We do have an enterprise model wherein we can help you out with building up a multi-vendor marketplace. We have enterprise brands wherein you can add a lot of vendors to your store, and the vendors can ship their own orders, and it's a very seamless flow to run your own e-commerce. Right? If you have that request, it is obviously a different plan not available directly, and you can kind of reach out to us and we can schedule a further meeting to help you out with an enterprise model for your brand. Now, do you have anything to add, Parag?
Yeah, sure. As Neil specified in previous stores as well, we have recently launched a product attributes plugin, and using the product attributes plugin, actually, which has a huge use case for your store, you can actually categorize what you want and what you don't want the customer to view. So using the product attributes plugin, you can specify what a product is used for. Let's say you're selling Play-Doh, and you want children to use a certain type of color for the dough. You want clay and multiple other types of scenarios. You can actually add in various filters for your products, which makes it easier for the customer at the end stage. So if you could, as we had shown previously in the Ginny and Johnny store, there are multiple product attributes that you can add that makes the user journey much more simple and much more efficient towards the end. So again, just showing you a quick example over here. So as you can see, there are multiple categories that we specified using the product attributes plugin, and the pricing, the discounts, and various of these filters have been added using the product attributes plugin, which again will be extremely useful on your store. And again, congrats, this is a great store by the way.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks, Parag and Neil, for sharing such insightful tips. And we have the founder of Crazy Kilone, Atish Gudambe, on live stream as well. And he found all the tips that you had shared very informative. And he had mentioned that he'd be adding all the product videos and all the feedback that has been shared on the live. And Atish, if you need any assistance with the advanced plan that we have for the multi-vendor, please get in touch with us, and we'd be happy to have you on board. All right. So the fifth store that we have on the list is eCom store. I'll just quickly share it. Neil and Parag, please go ahead.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, we were on mute. We'll just, yeah. Now we'll take it from the top again. Uh, yes. Yeah. So what you can do first of all is that you have added banners to your store, right? If I click on the banner, it'll take me to a broken link. Why would it take me to the broken link? That you have added a product link there, but you have deleted the product from your store, or you have changed the product name. So your link has changed. So you have to keep these business basics in mind, that whatever link or whatever details you have added to the store, they are not broken, because that gives us just that the store might not be professional enough. How do I trust this store? How do I place my order directly from the store? Why should I not order from Amazon? Again, second thing is, as I said, again I'm repeating this because this is really important, because generally what we see is that we are building up our stores on web.mydukaan.io, and you're checking out the web preview of your store. So your menu is available, and you are seeing that your refund and policies are visible to the customer. But if you shift to the mobile view, these policies shift to bottom of your page, right? So in your descriptions, it is really advised that you add a link to your refund, return, and terms and conditions, so that customers can access that information really easily.
Yes, I agree with Neil. And you would also specify that you need some ideas to market this website. So something that is really helpful and that we've observed at Dukaan over here as well is adding your products to GMC. So recently we've launched the version 2 of our Google Merchant Center plugin, wherein you can take in all of the product information in the form of the GMC variants and then upload it to your Google Merchant Center platform. So what exactly does the Google Merchant Center platform do? It basically helps you sell your products on Google. So if I'm going to search for a product, let's say in this case, stationery products, Google will actually list your products, the ones that you have uploaded on your Merchant Center, on Google, right? So this makes it easier. Not only will it actually help you engage in more customer interaction, where you can generate a bunch of orders, and you can also track what orders are being bought by the customers, what are not being bought by the customers, what is your best performing product, what is your least performing product, on what days is your store performing well. So you have various analytic tools that will help you do so. And speaking of analytics, in your Dukaan dashboard, we actually give you an entire list of how exactly your store is performing in this terms of traffic, sales, and product divisions, right? So within the Dukaan dashboard itself, you can actually see what products are doing well and what are not doing well. So example, let's just take a quick example that you have a motorized Newton disc over here. Let's just assume it's one of the best selling products because of your analytics that you've used over here. Now you can promote this particular product on Google ads, on Facebook ads, and various other platforms to actually increase the order value that you have right now. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this tour from our end. Is that the advice they're giving, we would request people to kind of test it out and follow them, and get back to us as well if you see results and improvements after advice.
Yeah. And again, if you do, fall short on adding anything required, like let's say the GMC merchant listing, you could always go to our help desk, our help.mydukaan.io, and we have all of the help articles required for you. And we have launched multiple video tutorials that will help you guide your way.
All right, we'll just move to the next tour in a couple of minutes, in just a minute.
Yes. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, Neil and Parag, for reviewing all the stores. The feedback that are being shared, the founders of each store are live. We are seeing them live, and they are sharing their feedback as well, and they are finding these tips helpful. So we have another founder here whose store will be reviewed. I'll just share the 6th store that we have on the list is Plants UK. Hi Plants UK, your store will be reviewed very soon, and we are glad that you finding this stream informative, and hope the feedback that we share here will be helpful for your store and help you grow your business.
Right. So this is one of the Yeah. So this is one of the best stores that we have seen, today in the review section. If I would suggest everyone to go through this store and check out how well they have built the store. They are using all the features in the right manner. They have a hello bar which has a direct CTA which goes to the product link which are under these offers. All the banners which are being promoted takes you to a particular category. They have a button to download the app as well. We offer a Dukaan APK and AAB feature, and they have given a CTA to download the particular app. If I click on the link, it'll take me to this Play Store and help me download the app very quickly and easily. And they have structured the menu very well. What I would just suggest is that you can just have a little look at the menu again and kind of restructure it, because as I see that certain categories are getting really repeated, that can be restructured under the menu section under your themes, right? Coming next, if you see that there is a proper about a section, they are utilizing the theme really well. All the images are in the right ratio, so that's really well done there. You have a live WhatsApp chat support button as well, and you have really great prices. Now coming to the part where the store needs help is digital marketing. So what we would suggest is that if you already have certain set of customers, you should download that set of customers and go to your Facebook ads manager and create your own custom audience, because it will help you run your ads better. So you can use that predefined audience, or if you don't have an audience, then you can start advertising your product and slowly it'll build up an audience. So you have your Facebook pixel tool there, plugin in Dukaan. Please ensure that you are using a Facebook pixel, because if you're running your ads without a Facebook pixel, it will not give you as much results as you're expecting from your store. Second advice would be that, first of all, initiate a free listing on your Google Merchant Center, right? We have a Google Merchant Center plugin. You can go there, you can verify your website, and then a link to your feed will be available. You're just all it's a very simple process. All you have to do is copy your feed link, go to your Google Merchant Center, create a automated feed, right? In that, there's an option to have a schedule fetch. In the schedule fetch option, all you have to do is paste your feed, tell Google how many times you want to refresh the feed. Google will automatically fetch your Dukaan catalog and list it on the Google Merchant Center. Once your listing is done on Google Merchant Center, and you'll get analytics there, right? And wait for 2 to 3 weeks. Once you start getting hits on your Google Analytics, you'll see what products are being searched. As soon as you see that search intent, you can then start running Google ads for those products, because unless there is a search intent, and if there is a search intent, it will be very very easy for you to convert audience from that search intent to a sale. If there is no search intent, Google ads would become a little tough for you, right? In that case, you can utilize Facebook, and Facebook with only and only a pixel. Without pixel, it'll make you bleed money basically.
Right, right. That's what Neil said is completely true, and as I like to agree with Neil as well. You guys have some of the best product description and images that are over here, and with clear descriptions and images of how the product will look, which is very impressive. One more thing I'd like to add is you can actually use the custom CSS script over here. So as you can see in your header, your home, shop, pots, plants, they are quite small compared to the other fonts that you have out there. Using the custom CSS script, you can increase the font size. You can play around with the product details. You can play around with multiple features to make your store look even more attractive, right? And secondly, this is not a tip per se, but generating sales and generating leads takes time. A quick example for this is when you buy a gym membership, you don't get bulky right away. It takes time to actually build what you aim for. So the same thing applies over here as well. So take the time, put in the right effort. I'm sure you guys will do well. You guys have a great store.
And another last advice would be that since people are buying pots, it's not very clear with the image what is the size of that pot. You have added a size chart at the end of the image, but we would advise you to add a size chart plugin as well. What it helps you with is it gives you a small CTA wherein the size chart is available for your store, which makes it very easy for the customer to fetch a size chart. And you can add size charts for every product. You can add a different size chart. You can add a size chart to your whole category, or you can add size chart to particular products as well. So let us find you an example of that size chart, and we'll share you that as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Neil and Parag. I also feel that this was one of the best stores that we have seen so far, like in the plants category, and all the themes and all the design and the photos, product photos, and everything is just amazing. And and we hope that you found these tips helpful. And here's a good example of how you can add a size chart to your store.
Right, so these size charts are customizable. It is not meant that you can use a size chart only for a fashion store. So this table can be built by yourself. Just check out the size chart plugin. It is very easy to use. You can build a custom size chart and you can add whatever columns and sizes as per your requirement.
Thanks, Neil and Parag. We hope that Plants UK, your you have found the tips helpful. And let's move on to the next store that we have. So the next store we have on the list is allyouneedshop.in. Meanwhile, the store gets loaded. If you have any question about anything, please let us know in the comments. We are here to help. And seems like the store is ready for review. Yeah.
Right, so Parag, I would say that you can start with the store.
Sure. So right now we are in allyouneedshop.in, and going through your store, your primary product is stationery products over here. So just out of the bat, something that you can add, and as we have specified multiple times before, is a good banner with a call to action right then and there. So right now I do come into your store, but then nothing hits me at the moment. I just see what categories you have, and that's all I know. For to have more information, I need to scroll down, which is a lot of work on the customer's end. Have a good banner over here. Next, let's see any one of your products. Can we open a product? Yeah. So as you can see here, your product details are very vague. You're just specifying one single piece packaging. You need to specify every single aspect of your product description, right? You don't want the customer to be left alone in this particular scenario. You want to give him all of the data that's required to you. So let's just show a quick example of how exactly you can specify your product descriptions. And a quick example. So yeah. Yeah, so as you can see over here, Amazon specifies every single aspect of the product. So if I, as a customer, need to know what is there in the box, how the product will look to me, what's the size of it, every single aspect is mentioned over here. And this is extremely helpful because at the end of the day, you're catering to the customers, right? You want to meet their requirements. Then, secondly, we would suggest you try out Google and Facebook ads because your primary concern right now is attracting new customers, right? So as Neil has specified just before, you can use Facebook Pixel, the plugin that we have on our platform itself. And as you mentioned, if you do not use the Pixel ad again, Pixel, you're going to drain a lot of money. And we have seen that happen firsthand. So we advise you to use Facebook ads and Google ads. And to also add on to that, I'm pretty sure you must be aware about search engine optimization, right? So search engine optimization is basically we help Google specify your products. So anytime you have let's say in this case a panda tiffin bag, you can specify a panda tiffin bag on Google, and your customers will be able to find the product that they are searching for. So this is just a quick example. So Neil, do you want to add on to that?
Yeah, so as we see on your store, the products that you have are pretty niche and in a very different category. And I think that Facebook ads would would do really good for your store, because these are stores that people kind of do in a impulse buy. These are not stores that people are looking for. So there's no, I might be looking for a bottle opener, but I might not be looking for a bottle opener which is in a particular shape and works as a fridge magnet as well. So all the products on your store look like that. They are kind of an impulse buy product, and if they are good looking, good enough, people will end up buying that. And in terms of Facebook ads, what my advice would be that you start small, you test out few products. So there are two different kind of ads that you can run with Facebook. So one is a catalog ad and one is a basic image ad, right? So you can start with an image ad in which you can have a carousel of 4 to 5 products at once, and set a daily budget of say 1,000 rupees per day, and test out your ad for 3 to 5 days. And you'll have to keep testing because you don't know what product will sell. You cannot judge what the audience would like, right? There are a lot of products, so keep testing those products, and as soon as you hit a goal, okay, this product is performing well, I'm getting an order in the required budget, you would need at least 3 to 4x of ROI to make profit on your ads. So the only thing that works with Facebook ads is keep on testing, Keep changing your products, keep changing the image, keep changing the banner, and you'll find the right hit. As soon as you find the right hit, start scaling those ads and parallelly keep testing new products. That would be the best strategy for you to scale your products. And additionally, again, as said, the resolution of images, if I see across these three different products, so one is fitting my banner completely, one image is not fitting the banner, and one image is in a different format altogether. So keep that consistency on that store, because if you're running ads, you would want to look your store really, really professional. You don't want that people come to your store and just scroll like, yeah, this looks like a random general store and I don't want to kind of place an order here, because that trust factor is really, really important to convert a viewer into a customer.
Yeah, and to add on to that, if you're going to be running advertisements on, let's say, Facebook or Google, they require your products to have an image. That is a specification by Google Merchant Center and Facebook ads. So make sure to have the required images for each of your products. Okay, so
Yes. Thanks, Neil and Parag. We hope all you need shop.in, you would found the tips that were shared in this video helpful. Let's move on to the next tool that we have. So the next store we have is an interesting store that sells art online. This is an international store called Agar Hotel. I'll quickly I have added the link. Let's just wait for a few seconds while we load up the store. In case if you guys have any questions, please feel free to add them in the comments. We would be happy to answer your queries.
Yep.
Sir? Okay, so Ega Harton, it's quite a unique store as you see over here. So, from our understanding, you guys sell artwork, which is pretty unique, from our perspective, and really good, by the way. So, a quick suggestion to this would be, Neil, if you could just scroll up. When I first come into your store, I see a banner, right? When I come onto your store, I want to see your artwork. The quotes and everything are secondary. You want to show what your store showcases the best, and right now it's artwork. So although yes, you are showing the artwork in the background, no one is looking at that at the first shot. You're reading a quote which is not required at the moment, and
it's basically not giving the sense of a great art store, right?
Yeah.
So your artwork might be great, you have a lot of great paintings, so you just need to showcase, and that needs to come across aesthetically in your store as well, because you're selling art, you're not selling groceries, or you're not selling toys, because it needs to be artistic, the store basically. It's simply put.
Yeah, it needs to be artistic. And to add on to that, it needs to be aesthetically pleasing. Like everything on your store needs to be perfect, right? So as you can see here, you have a top 2 plugin, an installation over here. And it is on the top right corner, which is highly unusual because let's say I want to log out of your store or click on the search button. As you can see here, it's just not possible. I keep hitting the plugin button over here, which is unlikely. I want it to be a smooth journey for myself, right? And something else you can add to this is your primary concern was you would like to make visitors buy and get visitors to return to your site. So something to this would be in the MyDukaan dashboard. You actually have a place where you can see returning customers. So you could run mailing campaigns to them using various plugins like Privy or Mailchimp. All of these plugins help you launch mailing campaigns and marketing campaigns, and you could redirect them to your website to help generate more orders to your store. Neil, do you want to add on?
And since obviously this is an artwork, so this is related by people with people, right? So you should give information about individual works. For example, you can add an attribute in filter plugin, because say today I bought an artwork, right? First of all, I don't know who made this painting for me, so you should add more. You should add more humane feeling to the store. This is the artist name. You can add a blog or about us page of that artist as well, and kind of link that page in your description, so you can get to know more about that artist, right? And going forward, you can add more filters and attributes to the products, that this image or this painting was built by that artist. So if I'm a returning customer, maybe I liked an artist very much, for it'll become very easy for me to filter paintings by that artist particularly. Okay, I want to filter paintings made by Neil, so I just click on Neil, I'll see all the paintings made by Neil. It'll make me trust the store more, because anyway I've already liked the artwork by Neil, and I want to order artwork from the same person again. So right now finding that artwork is really tough. And again, as said, this talk.io plugin is kind of coming in between a lot of functions I do with the store. So I would suggest that you move this plugin. So right now I've enabled filters, but it took me 3 to 4 clicks just to go back, which does not give great experience to your customer.
Right, right. I definitely agree with him. And to add on to that, could you open a product? Yeah. So as you can see here, your painting, although it's brilliant, you want to give the customer more idea on what the painting actually is. Just giving dimensions of the painting and or telling it's acrylic on canvas is not giving me enough idea about it. You want to let the person know, your customer know the idea behind the painting. You want the inspiration behind the painting. Multiple of these factors that made you actually make the artwork. That's what attracts the customer at the end of the day. He wants anyone who buys art, like obviously it's for aesthetic purposes, and secondly, they want to understand why exactly was the art bought. They want to have it's at the end of the day, you're selling a feeling. So that's what's going to help you a lot more. So giving a right description and, as you mentioned again, a good blog to help you out in certain scenarios.
Right.
And
And again, I see that there should be an about us section which is missing. So since you're an art foundation, you should do a brilliant about us page, and additionally, you should have pages for your artist as well, because that would give a really brilliant feeling to customers buying art. Because art is not about just going online and making some purchase. Art is always about connecting and finding the right thing that fits your home, your decoration, or your room. Right. So you can categorize even your art in different categories: paintings for large paintings for your living room, large paintings for your kitchen, paintings for your room, painting for your office work, office rooms. So that would make customer really directed, and he would not have to think a lot. Because if you know about a very basic cognitive bias that people have, which is called Higgs law. So if you give customers too many options or too much to think about, it makes them really confused to make a purchase. So ideally, you should not give them more than 6 options or more than 6 categories to think from or choose from. If you put a customer in a funnel where you want to push them, it'll make those customers turn those store viewers turn into customers really easily.
Yes, that's a brilliant point. And secondly, because you're selling artwork, Instagram is your go-to social media place. But as we can see over here, if you just click on the menu, once again, you are not posting on Instagram. That is your primary source of actually generating leads. So as of now, you have Facebook and LinkedIn here, but Instagram is a picture-first social media. So that would be really helpful as well. Yeah. So we'll move on to the next one.
yes, yes, awesome, Parag and Neil. Thanks for sharing your feedback and review. And I'm sure this will help all the art stores that are out there on Dukaan and other stores as well. Awesome. So we have a quick question here I would like to take. So we have this question from Oryu Ongur Utaru. He wanted to add a script called from an advertising app called Adline. So yes, hi Oryu, you can add any script via our custom script inserter plugin. We have the script. You can go ahead and install, get the code from that advertising app called Adline and insert it to your store via the custom script inserter plugin. In case if you face any issues, our customer support team would be happy to help you out. Let us know how it works. And one second. So let's get started with the next store review. We have MarutiCoffee.com.
Neil, do you want to start again?
Sorry for this audio issue. We have to keep muting and unmuting ourselves. But again, yeah. So coming back again, we'll start over. Uh, uh, we see there's a hello bar. In the hello bar, you should have a CTA as well. It is really advised, and you can use new templates of the hello bar as well, where you can structure it better. It can be in a white and brown color. You can have a particular offer with a countdown timer, which creates that urgency for that user. Coming to the next part, your banners are there, but there's no consistency in those banners. So you have I think that you're using a white and brown theme, but I move to the second and third banner, it suddenly turns green, right? You know that organic, you wanted to maybe show a green background, kind of give a feeling of organic, but that doesn't go well with your store, right? So either have that consistency or make those banners really minimalistic by just showcasing or telling the users about what you're selling. As simple as that. And have CTAs to your banner as well. The next part, again, if you see the category image on your store are missing, which are really important, because this gives me really bad expression as a customer that I might not order from this store because I can't trust this store. Because if you are running your e-commerce and you're not able to add images to your category, as in how are you running your e-commerce? That's simply put.
Exactly. I'd like to agree with Neil. And your primary concern over here, as you can see, is you would like to show up in search results when search for best coffee and best tea. So actually, before we started live in the show over here, we actually searched for best tea in the area that you're located. You are currently located in a district called Hospet, right? And if I search for best tea in Hospet, your store actually shows up. So kudos to that. Firstly, and secondly, if you do want to search, show up in the search results as in for best coffee and best tea, we would recommend you actually use the SEO plugin and also use the Google Search Console plugin. So Google Search Console plugin. So once you do use Google Search Console, you can actually log in through your account, and in the all-in-one SEO plugin that we have displayed, you actually I'll just show you your store over here. We have searched for best tea in Hospit, and your store does show up. So again, that's a great job on your end. Now, coming back to the all-in-one SEO plugin. So when you do install the plugin, the first thing you will see is to download a .xml file, right? So once you download the .xml file, we recommend you to use the Google Search Console plugin, where you can upload the .xml file to the Google Search Console. And that will again help Google to start fetching out data from your store. So how exactly, if you are aware of digital marketing, Google scrapes through multiple websites to find out the required keywords, and having a .xml file, you're basically giving Google a direct plugin, a direct link to your store. So anytime the user does want to search for it, as you can see over here, the sitemap.xml, Google can easily search your store. And yes, if you have the right keywords on your store, if you have the right meta description, if you have the right title, Google will show your store, when search for the right tags. So all the best for that. I'm pretty sure it'll happen.
And actually, what you can do is now we've extended the Dukaan SEO plugin even to your categories and subcategories. So if you go to a category, we advise you to add your category title, category meta description. If you want to change the slug of your category, that can also be done via the permalink change. And this social sharing is basically when you're trying to share your store on Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook. So you can add a particular image, a particular title. So whenever you're sharing your store, it'll give you a preview on WhatsApp and Instagram and LinkedIn or wherever you're sharing the links, right? So that gives a way more personalized feel to your category, subcategory, or products. Additionally, what you have newly added is that you can have a banner added to your category and you can have content on your category. Once you have add content to your category, it will make Google pick up your category in search results even better.
Yeah, definitely. Move on to the next store.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome, Neil and Parag. Thanks for the feedback that you have shared. One second. Yes, so the category SEO feature that we had launched recently would be really helpful to get rankings on search engines right now. Let's move on to the next store that we have is Wo Arts. I'll quickly share the screen, share the link. One second. Yes.
Yeah. So let's begin with this. All right. So your primary concern was you want to have a more impressive store. Okay, so let's just go through your store right now. Your first concern as of now would be to, the image doesn't match, your store logo doesn't match your theme. And as you can see, this is the Nirvana theme that we have launched. And you guys are your go-to color is purple right now, but your store, the aesthetic doesn't match. And then secondly, moving on to your banners, it's out of place, right? It gives me a very unprofessional vibe. And you guys have only one banner to show. So we'd recommend you to have multiple banners on your store. Obviously, three is the max limit. So add in three banners. And if you do have difficulty on making your own banners, Dukaan provides you with a bunch of banners, over 100 plus banners that will, cater to your requirements. And as we had specified multiple times before, adds call to actions to your banners. So let's say if let's go to one of your products. Okay, so birthday gift, personalized photo, and again, your product titles are too long. You want it to be quick, so over here you can name your bottle as personalized water bottles, right? Birthday gift is the customer's requirement. You don't need to specify it at that point in time. And Neil, you want to add anything else to that?
Right. So what I want to add is, first of all, the logo image that you have. What you can do is you can convert into an image without a background. So right now,
PNG.
if a PNG file, if you don't want to change the color of your logos, at least not have a white background to your logo, and then change the top banner theme colors as per your logo designs, whatever goes best with your logo. And additionally, you can use the same thing in your theme that currently you're just copy pasting and cutting those images and adding to your theme store banner, which gives without having a PNG, the background, the white background remains intact. So those need to be in a PNG format. You can use multiple tools. You can even use the Dukaan background remover and change the background of your images.
Yeah, that's exactly. And your product details, again, over here, you do specify the correct requirements of the product, but if you have provided you with a description generator on the card, so you can literally type in water bottle and you will get some of the finest descriptions, because our description generators, scrapes through multiple descriptions across the entire internet platform to give you some of the best descriptions. So you could use them over here. And again, as you mentioned a bunch of times previously, descriptions help the user understand what exactly the product is. So that'll be extremely useful on your end.
And additionally, what you can do is you can have a page, a specific page or blog as a customer's corner. So you might already be doing customized products for your customers, and you can add them in either product description. So I have a specific page with the best products that you have done, customized products you have done for your customers. And remember, whenever you're adding those products, whenever the product is mentioned, just link that product to your actual Dukaan product.
Yeah.
That can be really easily done. You can just select a particular text and link that text to a particular link. So just link that text to your product page link, and people would land on your product directly if they like the customizations done by you.
Exactly. I'd like to add on to that as well. So as he specified, that is called linking. So you could actually, whatever links you have on your product description, you could add to a blog and it will help you in search engine optimization as well, SEO as well, if by chance you want to, grow to a larger audience. And another thing that we want to specify over here is we have recently launched the custom CSS feature as well for each of the themes. So as you can see here, your store, this part, categories, they are too small compared to other product description that you have at the bottom. So you could increase the font size of that. You could make your store look more aesthetically pleasing. And if you are lacking the technical requirements to use custom CSS, we have an article with a bunch of predefined codes that you could just copy paste onto your Dukaan platform. That will make it extremely simple. So yeah, that's something we'd like to add as well.
Yeah. Awesome, Neil and Parag. Thank you for sharing. Yes, I believe the store has pretty good products, and the store needs some work on improving their aesthetics. And I believe we have all the features, and all the features that you had suggested and feedback you had shared will help the store. We have one question from Symbol Chaurasia. Like, he is just asking B2B features. Symbol Chaurasia, if you can please elaborate on what type of B2B features are you looking for, and we would be happy to answer your questions. Awesome. So let's go to the next store we have is IDmax.in. Awesome.
Yeah, coming to this store, first of all, you should add a hello bar to your store. Hello bar is really important. It gives, you can give basic information there, you can give offer information there, you can give a gist about your store, you can just welcome customers to your store, right? And hello bars can be customized in very pleasing colors and pleasing designs, so it makes your store look really well. The second really good advice for your store would be, since there are a lot of products, right? And there is no restriction in Dukaan that a product needs to be part of a particular category. A product can be part of multiple categories. So you should structure your store better. So for example, laptops, you can structure laptops by categories. You can create categories by the company name. You can create categories by refurbished laptops, and those laptops can be part of all categories that you want to be, right? So it make a way better and readable hierarchy for your customers. So I just want to look at Apple laptops, right? So first of all, I have to go into laptops and then I have to search for an Apple laptop. So what I can do is I can create subcategories under laptops. I can create subcategories under desktops. Similarly, when you're when you're going for a laptop, so now say there is a particular laptop and you have a battery also available. So here, if you see the example, so this particular store is using description in a tabular manner, which is really great. Now since you are selling accessories for this laptop, you can even have those accessories in the description. If you want to buy a battery, you want to buy, additionally you want to buy a webcam or other things, that can be linked in the description for this particular product as well. Or what you can do is to increase your AOV or bucket size, and this is useful for every store. So there are certain products that go really well with each other. So you have place to create variants, right? So what you can do is create a variant laptop basic, variant laptop plus mouse plus headset, a full combo, office combo, which gives a better offer, a better price, or a variant wherein you're giving laptop plus 3-year warranty, laptop plus 5-year warranty. So you can structure more variants and more combos so that your users have better choices and they're more informed.
Right, right. I agree to that. And your primary, request was customers visit your site but leave without actually buying the products. So I'd like to add on to what Neil said. You need to make the store much more attractive. And secondly, the banners that you have placed over here, they don't exactly match the aesthetic of your store. You want to have customized banners for your store. You want to have banners that actually talk about your store. So right now, if I go and see what you guys are doing, I see Tally, Power Simplicity, but I do not know what Tally does, right? You need to have banners that talk for themselves. And clearly, over here, you can also have, a theme that would be really helpful for you over here is the Oxford or the Nirvana theme, where you can suggest have bigger banners. You can have bigger product sizes to show how each product is. And as you can see, you're speaking about your concern again. Customers leave without buying any products from your store. So you can run ads on Facebook. And the way Facebook actually works is once you do launch an ad, so it starts recognizing a customer base that is specific for your store. And when you run an ad for the second time, it targets those customers and more customers at that particular point in time. So you will have a lot of customers who will be seeing your store, and hence you can generate a good amount of product leads as well.
And additionally, I would suggest this would be really important for you to convert customers. So you have added a banner that EMI for everyone, right? So what you can do is, so by default, EMI options are available with Dukaan Pay. There can be credit card EMIs, there can be debit card EMIs, there can be EMI by Zest Money, or there can be EMI by Simple as well. So what you do is within your product description itself, you add a link. You create a page with payment options. First create a page and tell the process how those EMIs work. How the EMIs work is, you can even check out yourself, try placing a test order on your store, and just check out how the process works to make a purchase via an EMI, and add that page on your store, and add that description in every product with the link attached to that page, so that the customer on upfront is very clear that yes, EMI is available. And if you would see in India right now, 70% of products which are on in a higher AOV side, 10,000 plus products are being purchased by credit cards, and mostly by credit or debit card EMIs, right? So that knowledge, giving that knowledge to the customer how to avail that EMI would be very critical for you.
Yeah. That's brilliantly said. Brilliantly said. We move on to the next one.
Yes, awesome, Parag and Neil. Thanks for sharing. And I think for this store, we can also use the automated abandoned cart thing feature that we have. That can be helpful as well, since there are customers who are trying to add the products to their store, but trying to add products to their bag, but not converting into customers. So using our abandoned cart feature, you can reach out to those customers and retarget them and get in touch with them as well, since you have all the details in the abandoned cart section. Awesome. So let's get to the next store that we have. But before that, I would like to answer one question, which is from Kaushik Chadda. I have products, but I'm waiting for GST. Can I start my store without GST number? Yes, hi Kaushik. You can start your store without GST number as well. GST number is not required to launch your online store or sell products as of now. So you can go ahead and start selling without GST number as well. Awesome. So the next store we have is DK Fast Delivery.
So, DK Fast Delivery, this is actually a great store. So, just to give you a quick gist of what DK Fast Delivery actually does, it takes in this. So, it is currently launched in a small village where there are multiple sellers and multiple, bakeries, restaurants, and sweet shops, and he actually gets all of them under one platform called the DK Fast Delivery. It is essentially the Zomato of that particular area, which is quite fascinating. So hats off to you guys. And so coming about how exactly we can make your store better. So something you can add over here is better banners for your store. So right now you are, although yes the banners are good, you could add in more specific banners just for your store. So right now you're selling a semi-fondant half cake, then candy delivery, and so many other of these wonderful products. You can make great banners of them and then link each of these banners to that particular product. Neil, anything you want to add?
Yeah, so very important to that, since you have given CTA. So since you're ordering food, groceries, and you're adding coming with a grocery category very soon, right? Uh, you would have very high repeat purchases, and obviously people would not want to go to a website over and over again, search for a website and order that product again. So what you can do is, as we see on the Play Store, that you have an app and you already have 1,000 plus downloads, which is really great. And what you can do is, people anyway in your My Customer section, you have a list of repeating customers. First of all, you should keep engaging with those customers, keep sending them coupon codes to be regularly ordering from your app and get addicted and hooked to your app. And very important that since you're giving CTAs to download your app, you should give an offer, just create an offer that, app 100, that download our app and place an order and get a 100 rupee discount. And you can limit that coupon once usage per customer, so that it's a one time order, right? So it'll help you push your app downloads as well. The next thing that you can do is, app store if you're using definitely you're using the Google Play Store, you have your account there, so you can work on the app store optimization. You can do a little bit SEO, tweak your SEO, so that people in your area, whoever are searching for grocery, whoever is searching for order birthday cakes, whoever is searching for order food, should see your app. And if that works out, if you are getting it, so that you can start small budget advertising to get your app downloads up. So the more number of app downloads you have, the more repeat purchases you will have, right? And you have a chat support option here. But since you are based out of a smaller, relatively smaller town, what you would suggest is change this chatbot with a simple WhatsApp bubble, because WhatsApp is way more relatable to that audience. WhatsApp is being used by everyone, and it is very easy for your users to reach out to you on WhatsApp. And additionally, what can be done is, when they're reaching out to you on WhatsApp, you can just share them a coupon that use this code in our app with your link, your app store link. Share them a coupon code, download your app, place your order via the app using this coupon. People will get a very great experience, and your app will be in their phone for always, unless they obviously uninstall or do not get a really good service, which we already know that you are ensuring giving them a good service, and you have a huge number of orders that you're receiving on your store already.
Right, right. And one other thing that you can add to your store is add in. So we have recently launched a store locator plugin where you can actually specify where your store is, right? So that will help you in your offline deliveries as well. And with our new functionality, the manual order, you can take manual orders via phone, specify the order requirements, and manually place an order yourself if your customers are placing orders via phone as well. So that is again something that will be extremely useful on your end to those people who are, do not have the internet requirements. So that can help you out a bunch.
And the best part about that is, once you are punching the manual order within your Dukaan dashboard, right, that data is getting stored in your My Customer section. So it'll make it very easy for you to do future further campaigning for these people.
Yeah.
And abandoned cart orders would be really important for you, because there are people, again, as I said, using the coupon heavily. Whatever list of customers you see that have abandoned a cart, send them a coupon code app100 and ask them to download your app, because what will happen is your lifetime value for a customer will increase, as people will, this is a high repeat purchase order, that except birthday cakes, there are sweets and food. So people on an average in India order food 3 to 4 times a month. So you have to look a little forward into the future. Maybe you might lose some 50 to 100 rupees on the first order, but ensure that out of 100 people, at least 30 to 40 people are ordering again and again via your app.
Yeah, that's what's up. We'll move on to the next store.
Yes, awesome, Neil and Parag. Thanks for sharing. So we have the last store on the list is the bigbold.in.
Products.
Yes. Yes, so the website is getting loaded. 1 second.
Yes, Parag.
Yeah. Okay, so bigbold.com.in. As you can see here, your primary product over here is shirts, but when I see your banner, you're showing me t-shirts. And secondly, yes, although you are linking, there's a good call to action over here as well. You are linking me to t-shirts again. So if I, as a consumer, I come onto your store, I will just assume that you're selling me t-shirts, which might be the reason why I log out of your store. And over here, you are selling only one category of the product. So again, we recommend you to have better category images, right? And secondly, you could give the illusion of having a lot more categories, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to give a lot of options to your customers, but you want to give them sufficient options. So as of now, you have just one category, shirts. You could specify those shirts into printed shirts, into solid colored shirts, into patterned shirts. You could have multiple of these subcategories that will help the customer make a better decision. Neil, you want to add on?
Yeah. So again, you have a size chart available separately, and here you've added the image of a size chart, right? So what, as we said, the size chart plugin is available to use on your store. You should add a size chart plugin, which will just give a small size chart button here. It'll make your store look more professional. It'll make easier for the customer to kind of understand about this shirt. So there are multiple sizes, 3XL to 11XL. So I really don't understand what is the 3XL, because this is not a general size. Yet if you go to a shirt store, there will be small, medium, large, extra small, extra large, or maybe a double XL. That is even understandable by customers, because literally this is the first time I'm seeing these sizes in my life. I really don't know what's a 3XL, what's a 10XL, 11XL. I don't know. It is made for what kind of people. So you should have the size chart as a button here, so that people can just click on that size chart, because you might not know that people come here, people are on this page, they're not scrolling enough, they just see the first second image and they see the size and they go back, right? So they might not even reach the size chart image that you want to showcase, you're trying to showcase, but it might not reach the right set of people, right? And again, in product description, try to make it more a little more rich. Have tables, use wherever you can use product specification tables, use product specification tables. Wherever you can add images in your description, add images in your description. Wherever you have a chance to add gifs, you add gifs in your description. That helps your customers a lot. Then again, the consistency of your images, add images in a very consistent format, and try to take care of your colors. Have a better background in your images. So you're trying to do the right, you're trying to follow the right guidelines. You're having a close up, you're having a view which, so you're having a view where the shirt is visible from a distance. But now if you see this and the second and the third image, I don't see a lot of difference in those images, right? So one image maybe with a full view of the shirt with someone wearing it. Now there is a close-up view to see the pattern of the cloth or the fabric, which is again a great thought, but again the image is not very clear and visible to the consumer.
Right. And again, as we mentioned a bunch of times previously, you can add in a hello bar, you can add in a countdown timer, you can add in, multiple other plugins. Just explore all of the options that we have presented for you, and you can definitely increase the orders on your store. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome, Neil and Parag. Thank you for sharing all your feedback. And the stores that we reviewed today were in multiple categories, from art. Yes. Okay. Got it. So Neil and Parag has to add, since we could not review all the stores that we had received. We had received 100 to 150 store review suggestions, but since we are short on time, we won't be able to review all the stores that we had today. But after looking at all the stores, we have a few generic advices that are applicable for most of the stores on Dukaan. So Neil and Parag would be sharing those.
Yeah. The first thing I would say is that, having your independent store uh, is a great step, right? And the biggest problem in this industry would be that gaining the trust of your consumer. How do you gain that trust of your consumer? If you are not able to gain that trust, you'll not be convert that consumer or that viewer who's coming on your store into an actual sale, right? So for that, there are certain basic guidelines, I would call them business basics to follow. Have a refund policy, have a return policy on your store. Even if you're not returning or refunding, have that mentioned in the policy. Have a shipping policy, have your terms and conditions, and try to link those terms and conditions and all those policies in your product pages. So that whenever, if you see that, you should not build a perspective of looking at your website just via web view or your laptop. Keep checking out your website in your mobile devices over and over again. Keep checking out that, there are no broken links. You might have added a banner link, but now that banner link is broken. So ensure that those links are not broken. Those that basic information is always available to the customer, and try to use whatever suitable plugins are there, because I'm sure that you guys are part of our Facebook group always. So all the fashion stores or any store which has any size related product, maybe a painting, maybe a pot, maybe a clothing store, you always add a size chart, so that size chart looks professional and is available to your consumer. Always work on your SEO, because in a longer term, SEO is one thing that is going to give you a lot of audience and a lot of orders, right? It might not give an impact today, might not give an impact tomorrow, but 2 to 3 months down the line, SEO is something which will give you a lot of orders from at least from your area and around you, because that is how SEO works. So try to use the SEO plugin to the best extent possible. Try to add category descriptions, try to add category banners, and then always, because there are 2 3 things very important: information to the customer, navigation through your store. Try to structure your categories and subcategories in a way that navigation becomes really easy for the consumer. Try to add as many filters and attributes you can add in the plugin, so that it helps you with the navigation. Then the last thing is information on the product which will help you close that sale, right? So that information should be available in a specific format. It is very easy to do. What you can do is see your similar product on an Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra. Just check it out 2 3 times, check out 10 different examples. You'll find a way that, okay, my on an average, a product in my category has these many basic details, right? So how we came across what kind of description you should have today, we just went to toy stores on Amazon. We saw, okay, toys are having this information by default. What is the material, what is the age, how many people can play. So this all this information is very easily available everywhere on the internet. So try to use internet as much as possible. You're trying to sell online, so it helps you a lot. Then the Google Merchant Center plugin, that will be very very useful for you, because that is a free listing. I'll just give you a small demo. How it works is, I have my Merchant Center, I just go to the settings, right? I have verified my product link, I just have to just copy this feed link and go to my Merchant Center and add that feed link there. And by default, my products would be listed on Google except a general search. It will be listed in the search section as well, it will be listed in the shopping section as well, because we have seen a lot of people getting orders just organically by Google Merchant Center. So if you're adding your list there and people in your area are searching about your product, it is highly possible that your product is visible.
Yeah.
Right. So these plugins would be very critical and very important. And additionally, if you want to go to the next step, what you can do is you can install analytics plugins like a Hotjar, right? So how they will help you is, you install a Hotjar plugin or a Microsoft Clarity plugin. So it will record user sessions. What are people doing on your store? Video sessions, right? So it'll show you a session that a person came on your store and he's scrolling. He just checked out 2 3 images, or he checked out 4 5 images. How you can work is, you can do a little back engineering there. So you say that you're getting orders of one particular product over and over again, and that is the most popular product that you have. So what you do is go to Hotjar or go to Microsoft Clarity. Both these tools are free to use. Go there and check out the interactions that user is doing with your product there. You will see that, okay, the user is checking out 4 images. So you need to ensure that at least 4 images are available in every product. The user is going through the description, so you will understand that how important it is for you to add that description, right? So these tools are really helpful to take your store to the next step.
Yeah.
right? So that again, summarizing the advice, this whole e-commerce journey is all about is all about trust, giving that information, reaching to the product, and then the final closure. So for all those things, you need to have policies available. Your menu hierarchy and categories should be in a certain way. Your short store should be consistent to that professional feel, because everything will add up in building trust. Every small point is going to increase the trust towards the user. So as the trust increases, your order and conversion will keep automatically keep increasing. All right, so that'll be all for today for reviewing stores, and I'm pretty sure we'll be back with the same session again, maybe sometime next month.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, Neil and Parag. Thank you for sharing all your insightful tips and tricks on how business owners can grow their business and how you can improve their online store. And we have received one last question I would like to take from Salman. He wanted to add since we have a shop address at our bottom at the footer, he wanted to add a Google Map ka iframe next to it, so that but since the address is not clickable, and having a Google Map will allow customers to directly go to the map itself. So Salman will be sharing, since we have the custom CSS, the custom script inside a plugin live, so we can tweak and do something that will allow your add a map to your store, and we'll soon be sharing a tutorial for this in our Dukaan VIP group as well. As however, meanwhile, you can also use the store locator plugin as well to give to add the location of your store as well, where the map link is also added. So I think that's it. We have reviewed all the stores for today, and we did had some more stores to review, but hopefully we will review them in future as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you found the tips helpful. Please do go ahead and implement those, and do share with us how the results were, and we'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you. Have a
Bye,
great
guys.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.